Hi everyone. Good
Hello.
evening. Yeah, let's see first if this is like really going live. Probably you can actually help to share first. Yeah, it is.
Oh, look,
yes.
it's already there.
Yeah,
Okay.
all is good here. And let's see is like who's tuning in right now. Hi. Yeah, hope everyone just had your dinner. I mean, it's kind of late, right, for people to just have dinner.
Some people,
Yeah, not
quite normal,
like us, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So those of you who are like online watching this Facebook Live, okay, the special Q&A session, please do let us know whether you can hear us, right? Okay. If the line is stable, right? As usual, I say like Chang Feng is there. Hi,
Hi,
Chang
Chang Feng.
Feng. Yeah, always is like, I think he's actually like, like steadfastly waiting behind, okay, and waiting for the Facebook Live to actually get on air at 9. Because if not, right, his disciple Nicole is like, he will be like thinking Nicole sure get into trouble. Every time, 1 minute we are late, he knows Nicole is in deep trouble. Hi, Shong-Yi. Okay, hello. Thank you for tuning in. Okay. Sina Namsrai. All right. Everything is fine. Thank you so much for your feedback. Okay. Tay Hockey. Hello. Okay. Jocelyn Wan. Now, tonight's session itself, I thought it's like, just chill, take it easy. I mean, if any of you have any questions to ask, okay, tonight's sessions is all for you to ask away. Hi, Ken Eng. All right. I see all your messages, and after every workshop, right, okay, I will surely go through all your chats in my Zoom. Let's say last night I have the meditation workshop, right? On Sunday we have the Great Centurion Portal workshop, right? Okay. So it's like every time I go through, okay, every time after the workshop at night, I will definitely go through the chats that you left. And every time I can see Ken Eng's message, they're very encouraging. Thank you so much, okay? Right, thanks, beautiful background to say, okay, Sinar Namsrai, congratulations on your marriage. You get it, right? Thank you.
She put an inverted commas there, right?
Yes, okay. It means she got it. She understands, right? That's very good. Chang Feng says beautiful background. Of course, have to thank to your beautiful Tao Tai lah, Nicole, all right? Because I just told her today, it's like, I don't want the newsroom background because it's actually very boring. Tonight is Q&A. I want something at least like more lively lah. Okay, give me some light lah. Don't give me that nighttime thing in the newsroom. So this is what she created for me, and it feels a bit like the Harry Potter. How to pronounce that thing?
Hawksworth.
Yeah, just now.
Yeah.
Hawksworth. Okay, we are trying to actually pronounce. I'm trying to pronounce that. Okay, you can see the book at the back. It's magic going on, Okay, it can flip on its own. Even our pet owl there, I see, they are watching on you, okay? All right, okay, most welcome, Ken Eng. Okay, thank you, Gan Lai B. Hello, Donna Poon. Thank you, okay? Now, for those of you, okay, who might actually misinterpreted, okay, the Facebook update yesterday, right, okay? When I say that we are getting married, right, okay, even though a lot of you congratulates us, right, most of us is like, wow, it's like, I'm not sure whether it's a congratulations or not, because when I say marrying means that we are marrying in terms of our work, okay? Finally, we somehow, okay, sees that we can actually go on the same path, all right, okay, spreading the light, bringing more sharings, and also, of course, like sharing our humble, like understandings in all this, like Chinese metaphysical works, healing stuff, and even astrology for Gong Yu, because it's definitely much, much better when it comes to Western astrology with all of you. So that is what I mean by marrying, okay, right? To us, it means that it will be more responsibility, more work,
Yep.
and yeah, okay, it means that we just have to work harder to actually bring more stuff to you guys. All right, so thank you so much, Stephanie Lai. All right, thank you. Hi, Stuart. All right, thank you so much. All right, so just hi, Venus Tang. Okay, Venus, I remember last night you were at the meditation workshop, right? Because I remember seeing your Zoom account pops up. All right, so thank you for joining here. Me here, as like, us here. Okay, Melvi Gadas also. Thank you, Evelyn Hill. Okay, Vinod Ministry. Now, tonight's session, for those of you, again, right, if you can, right, all of you here, it will really, really be appreciative if you can actually help us to share this Facebook Live session out. Like, who knows, probably there are some people on your Facebook friends list that might think that it is useful, and they might have questions to ask relating to feng shui, bazi, alright, okay, date selection, healing stuff, dreams, okay, whatever it is. Hi, Elaine Hill, okay, Evelyn Hill, sorry, alright, so it's like my eyes, okay, not very good, it's very far away. Hi, Melissa Lim. Okay, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, Venus, it is you. Okay, how was it yesterday? Right, so those of you who actually joined yesterday's workshop, if you have any question, you can also ask away. So really, all right, without delaying the time, because we only have like 1 hour here, probably we'll open up the Q&A for like 45, okay, to 15 minutes. If you have any questions, please do ask away. All right, it is better for you to actually ask us questions here rather than send me private message. Firstly, I don't read, okay? Most of the time, I don't read at those private message, all right? Okay? Now, secondly itself, we really don't have the time to answer each individual in a private message, okay? Imagine every day we have tons and tons of questions coming in, all right? So it will be good. Let's say if you have any questions, do actually in a way drop it down at the comments so that we can once and for all like chat with you, like answer your questions. You have any queries, anything that you are not like, sure of, okay? You want to ask about love, Hui Yi, okay? Wan Yi Hui Yi says that can ask about love. I mean, of course you can ask, it's like, but what aspect? What is it that you want to ask, okay? I mean, I already said next year, somewhere around like Valentine's Day, I'm going to promote you already, right? If by next year you're still single and available, somewhere around Valentine's, I will help to promote you, okay? So Kim Eng here, okay, wait, let's see. Kim Eng here, all right, she said that I had terrible nightmares, and also I had tingling pain at my left ovaries and heart area while the dark retreat workshop was going on yesterday. All right. Okay, so now that's what could it be? Now, first thing is, of course, if you have, okay, let me broad, because it's like too many comments coming up, right? Okay, so I had terrible nightmare, also tingling pain at the left ovaries. Now, ovaries and the heart area, it's like mainly, it's like all, like, these two areas are the strongest when it comes to emotional sort of like sector. Because our sacral area itself is like very water area where it relates to a lot of like emotional issues, pleasures, okay? I mean, sexual related sort of like, pleasures as well, okay? And the heart, of course, is the collective center of all emotions, okay? So if you have like, indications that like, nightmares, and also in a way it's so fast, oh my god, it's like, you have like nightmares and also like pain at the ovaries, which is at the sacral chakra areas, and also at the heart area. It could be in a way that there are, okay, a lot of like emotions which is in a way suppressed within you, probably trying to actually like, break out, trying to come out. So it will be good also for you to actually pay attention to your nightmare. What exactly it is. Remember, those of you who actually joined our dream interpretations workshop, okay? So when it comes to dreams, right, okay, I mean, in the future, I will definitely come up with another workshop. I mean, yeah, complimentary, because I really feel that that is some one of the workshops that can really help people to pay more attention to themselves and really bring more awareness to themselves, okay? Mm-hmm. So Kim Eng, why don't you pay attention to your nightmare? Try to remember it. What sort of feeling, okay, are you feeling? What sort of environment? Is it indoor? Is it outdoor? Who are the people involved, okay? Like all these symbols or all these like information will actually get you deeper into the meaning of whatever that you experienced during the dark retreat, which is last night during the new moon. All right, your turn to talk.
Yeah, so hope that answers your question, right, Kim? And then Hui says, you sell her every year.
Hey, like that not very good, Hui, yeah? Okay, I need to work on you already. I sell you every year and yet you're still here, single and available, means something is not right. Okay, so here, Melvi Gadashi has a question.
May I know what is the effect for Fuyin pillar between one of the natal pillars with the luck pillar? This one.
Yeah, it is relating because normally when you have a luck pillar, which is in Fu Yin, it will be in a way relating to your day pillar. But why don't you let us know which exact pillar in the natal pillar? Is it Fu Yin luck pillar with your year, your month, your day, or your hour? So by looking into specifically which pillar itself, then we can actually have a more deeper understanding. Of course, when it comes to Fu Yin, right, generally I'm going to guide you instead of just giving you the answer to it, right? So it will be good for probably some of you who knows Bazi, right? So Fu Yin is actually a phenomena when you have two similar pillars happening together at the same time. Now, a lot of times in traditional Bazi reading, right, Fu Yin is deemed more more like a sad event.
Correct,
Okay,
yep.
right? It is something that people are afraid of. When it comes to Fan Yin and Fu Yin, it is something that people are afraid of. Okay, but the thing is, okay, when it comes to Fu Yin, right, when you have two similar elements appearing at the same time, it also means that an opening of a portal or opening of a gate. It means now that things get unlocked. Okay, now unlocking things, okay, doesn't mean like everyone is ready for it, right? Now a lot of people, okay, so if you are personally not ready and the Fu Yin comes in to unlock, okay, certain things, it's like a bonus point for you to accelerate your learning lessons. If you're not ready for it, right, that's why they see Fu Yin as something not so happy, not so joyous. It sees as a sad event. Example, if we have to learn letting go, chances are when the Fu Yin happens, right, and it unlocks the lessons, chances are something in our life itself, we have to learn how to let go. It means that it comes as a lesson. So it could be something happening to our family members, our friends, okay? It could be something happening to our job that eventually we have to push or force to let go. It can be something happening to our pets, which we love so dearly. And then somehow we have to learn how to let it go. And of course, when this happens, if you're not ready, it deems as a very, very bad thing, all right? But for people who are ready, okay, in terms of like their spiritual path or even ready religiously in terms of Buddhism and all that, right? You will see that, okay, Fu Yin is a very, very good timing for us to accelerate our karma, all right? So if you have it in your luck pillar and your day pillar, means the same similar pillars appearing depending on which pillar, the year, the month, the day, or the hour, then it will have different impact. Okay, of course, the year itself, of course, it relates to, like, if you're working in big corporations, it's our HQ, our childhood friends, our most external environment. It can be, let's say, example, you can even extend it to like what's happening in the world right now, that's our year pillar, or what's happening in our country right now, that's a year pillar. Or the month pillar relates to our immediate, our bosses, our company, okay? Let's say if you're in big corporations, the HQ is a year, and then of course our company where we are located in our country itself is the month, all right? Our bosses is the month, our parents is the month, okay? Our closest immediate relatives can also consider the month, all right? And of course the year itself is our personal relationship at home, okay? Our husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend relationship, okay? That is more personal. Or anything within ourselves, okay? Things that like, internal, okay, within us.
Yeah.
Physical body, all right? If you have health issues or whatever, that's more to the day. And of course, the hour is children, okay? Something that we own, we take care of. It can be children, can be the staff, can be the pets, can be the project that we're working on, can be the book that you're trying to write on and stuff like that. So that is the hour. So when you have a Fu Yin in different pillars, it will have different impact, okay? For people who are not ready, it is deemed bad, because you are not ready to face all these lessons and trial and errors in life.
Yeah.
But for people who are ready, a Fu Yin is a chance for you to quickly learn the lesson and accelerate your energy.
Yeah. In this case, it's actually her year pillar.
Oh,
right?
see,
Correct.
I'm so chunky. Sorry.
So she replies the year, so that would be more of the external outlook. And then also I find that it also represents our most, in a way, the most formal hat that we wear, our most formal image that we project to society as well. So it could be all of these possibilities there. But I've personally found that when it comes to Fu Yin, I've gone through the journey myself, and I've also gone through a lot of examples of it, right, with clients, and also just doing some analysis of that. And if you take it in a more opportunistic growth, spiritual ascension sort of perspective, it's usually something that results in something very profound, right? Something that is very meaningful, and also something that can actually help with ascension directly. So great opportunities there if we look at it from those perspectives. But readiness, I think, is very important, because I first experienced a personal Fu Yin in my 20s, right? And that time I was a very go-getter corporate, I'm just doing this, for my corporate success sort of a mentality, right? So very inward, very selfish, very self-centered that way. And I had a hardest time, I had a difficult time, because I didn't understand anything about it. It just felt like, that whole year was very challenging from so many perspectives. And then because it was so stressful, looking at it from such you can say the lower vibration, right? And it also affects your mind, and then you start to feel that everything is a bit blurry. And then also, I remember that particular year I also experienced some health issues and all that, even though they're pretty minor, but they were quite consistent. So degree of readiness, I think, is very important.
Yeah.
Right? And something that's not to be feared if you are constantly working towards improving yourself.
Yeah, okay, I truly agree. It's like, even for me also, it's like one of the major turning point in my life itself happens on a Fan Yin year. That was in 2004,
Right.
which is a Jackson year, which directly Fan Yin to my month. I mean, if it's not because of the incidents or things that have happened that particular year itself, I wouldn't be where I am now. So, I mean, in a way, that's why we are so passionate, okay, into bringing more of all these informations, as in like
Yep,
how to
absolutely.
get ourselves ready for it, because I've personally gone through it, he has personally gone through it, and we personally find that, as in like, the more we are ready for certain things, okay, whatever that comes, okay, in our party chart, okay, whether it comes as a Fu Yin or a Fan Yin or a clash or a destruction, right, we can handle it and we seize it now as a gift rather than a curse. I think that is the most important part. I mean, for me, I personally, in a way, believes in that way. All right? So just now when he was answering, you see, I wasn't really listening to it. I think it would be good also in the Q&A sessions that we have 2%. So when he was answering, I was already looking at the next, okay? So I think maybe I take this Kim Eun got the next elaborations onto her dream, while you can be checking out on the next questions like that. But that way we can actually go faster. So Kim Eun was saying, I remember that it was weird. One close guy, I mean, I suppose it's a guy that close to you, or it's just a guy that's closer to you in a dream, had hanging box of medicine swirling, okay, in his mouth, okay, while another guy had a red backpack, okay, that he showed me, means showing you. Then he slumped back like weakened. Then there was a friend who brought over a baby, and I was happily playing with it. It snapshots before I was looking at the guy who showed me the red backpack, and then he slumped back. All right, now possibilities here is like, it's now medicine is something relating to healing, okay, it is something relating to, it's like, now healing just means that, okay, go to the root cause, okay, like finding, okay, like what is affecting you, what is in a way impacting you, what is in a way hindering you, example, okay, as an illness or a disease. What is actually in a way creating a disease in your life right now? It's not necessarily a disease. Anything that makes you uneasy, that's a disease, okay? So when this guy is swearing on a medicine on the mouth, okay, at the same time, you also have a guy showing a red backpack. Now, red color backpack showing to you, red color. Red color here means also, in again, like, it's a color of alert, of highest alert, okay? It's something that is like, look out, watch out, something you have to pay attention to, like wake up, stop, in a way, like turning a blind eye onto something, all right? So, and then after that, you also see a baby, someone brought over a baby and you're happily playing with it. So you have to ask yourself, okay, Kim Eun, are there any passions, dreams, desire, any things, even like a smallest feeling of starting something new, creating something? It's like a baby, all right? Or trying into exploring something in your life, be it in terms of relationship, career, or just merely hobby. Have you been actually, in a way, like stopping yourself from doing it? Have you been actually, in a way, giving yourself excuses of not doing it? I think, like, looking at your descriptions of your nightmare, okay, it is trying to tell you that there are certain things that you're currently doing might not be actually the things that truly makes you joyful or happy. It could be a disease. It means that you are hanging on to it, you're doing it, okay, just because of the sake of needing, okay, to do it. All right, but there's something in your subconscious mind is telling you that something you truly, truly wanted, that fits your soul, that makes you much more joyful and happier, it is calling out to you and asking you to pay attention to it.
And she says she was trying to launch a project but was procrastinating.
All right, okay, so now you got it, okay? So that is something that your subconscious, okay, because our subconscious knows everything. So it is this that is trying to reach out to you to wake you up, as in like, pay attention to this, wake up, stop denying it, stop in a way pushing it away. All right? Okay.
There's a divination related question here. Hi dear both, can I ask the exam in October, will it be smooth?
Now, divinations, like, I think that one is like, it will be good if you can actually, in a way, like, leave it to when we have a tarot cards or things like that. But have you jumped questions? Jin Ton was like,
there's a whole bunch. They're all mainly related to the experience last evening.
Okay.
Right. So shall we continue with this?
Yeah. Jin, because here I see Jin Tan one first, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yep. Hi Jessie. During meditation last night, I had a sudden, quite painful pain in my right shoulder. No old injury.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so Jada, you see, when we go into a meditation state, like those of you who have joined me in my new moon meditations, the first, okay, right, new moon meditations, then you can see that, okay, right, whenever we have pains coming out from our body or emotions that comes out, right, okay, not necessarily it will be or it must be this lifetime's emotions or injuries, right, because when we go into a meditation state, when we go dive deep into our subconscious mind or unconscious mind, right? It actually has a collective memory of not only this lifetime, but also many, many previous lifetimes. All right, so that is the purpose of meditation, revisiting the past. All right, so when you have this like shoulder pain itself, right? Not necessarily must be this lifetime's injury, it could be past life. But overall, right, in terms of energetically, during the meditations, if you feel heaviness or discomfort in your shoulder and all that, it will be a good time for you to ask yourself, as that, have you been actually trying to take on too much burden? Have you been, in a way, taking more than you can chew? In other words, okay, right, in your life right now, either in terms of like, relationship or in terms of career, are you giving more than you take? All right, is your life balanced in that sense? So normally when it comes to shoulder pain, it will be that. Means that you are in a way harnessing too much of like burdens or heaviness, okay, in your life right now. So that could be one of the possibilities as well. And again, for those of you who are like joining us now, I really appreciate it if you can just help us to share this Facebook Live so that hopefully it can actually reach out to more people. All right, and then so that of course when it reach out to more people, then J Group, which is of course sponsoring all our Facebook Live, they can also in a way consider to prolong this sponsorship so that got people to pay me for my time to give you the information, right? Together, of course, with all the Grand Centurion Portal informations as well. So I really need your help. If you can, please help us to share it out.
Okay.
All right.
Speaking of pain, right? So Tai Nyok Wei also had a comment here. I had pain at all my accident, scared, injured points. I think she means where she's had some injury before, where we went to meditation. What do I need to do further to get improvement?
Now, I would just say, Tai Nyok Wei, you know that now that, okay, we have actually like decided as a team, okay, collectively, I'm very, 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 very blessed, okay, with my team members because of course, yes, we are doing a business, but at the same time, I think all of us also have the same passion, okay, into reaching out and like guiding and also helping more people. So we've decided that all full moon and new moon workshops, okay, you can actually access the replay for at least that 2 weeks, okay. It means that every new moon, like last night, right, after joining it, you can replay for 2 weeks before the next full moon comes about, okay. So in these 2 weeks, right, Tai Nyok Wei, it will be good for you to actually try to go through the whole replay itself. Probably the first part of mindfulness where your understanding of things you don't have to go through, but at least the meditation, the sound immersion part of it, right, okay. Right, is that a siren?
I think it's just outside.
Oh,
Passing
is it
by.
outside?
Yeah.
Do you want to have a look?
Oh.
Anyway, so it's anyway, okay, so it's like, when you go through these 2 weeks itself, right, okay.
It's just the ambulance passing by.
You're so fake. Anyway, yeah, I mean, just have fun now, okay. I'm just tired for everything so serious, okay. So yeah, anyway, Tai Nyok Wei, try to actually revisit the replay for the upcoming 2 weeks itself, okay. You don't have to do it every night, but probably every now and then whenever you feel like it, before you sleep, just go to the session where the meditation starts before you sleep. And then after sleep with it. So the more you work on it, the more the sound work on your body, the more it will help you to actually release, okay, whatever like past injuries that you might have inside. Because on the surface, it might have in a way seems okay, but internally there could be still blockages of energies, or it could be so like happens to have still like blood clots or whatever, right? That is still stopping the energy or the chi to flow. Okay, so you go through it, it will help.
Yeah, in fact, Anne Ang says my back pain disappeared during the meditation.
Okay, that is very good. Okay, but remember, those of you who joined the meditation class, right? Just keep on playing back to it. You have 2 weeks access. Don't waste it. Okay, just keep on playing back to it whenever you feel like the meditative part. Okay, it will help you to slowly, in a way, like purge. Okay, whatever either emotions that is stuck or any energies, okay, that got stuck. All right, I can really see like the numbers is like going slightly up. Thank you so much for those of you who have just helped us to share this session now. It will be good for you to actually like help us to share it out. Okay, what else that we have
overall, there's the two parts to the experiences yesterday. Some people felt more healed and so on, and some people, for example, like Wong Yok Mei says, last few days until today experienced many emotions. That's probably due to the new moon and the other energies that's going around. And then there are other people who basically had interesting experiences energetically lah. Jaslyn once says, I feel that the full moon meditation session feels more impactful. Does that mean I don't feel my heart yet?
You see, now, definitely, to be honest, if you ask me, full moon, okay, meditation definitely more impactful in a sense. Why? Because that is a heightened emotion. Right, because full moon is where all your emotions comes out, okay? But yesterday, right, okay, during a new moon, right, we are trying to actually, in a way, cut out the mind, which is the brain, okay, where it governs all the emotions, okay? But we go into the temple of our emotions, means the temple of the storage of emotions. And most likely, as I explained yesterday, is right, this is the area where most of the people numbs it, okay? They close it up, that's the heart. So if you don't feel much initially, right, okay, it just means that probably, right, you just have to like look back, okay, in your life itself, daily or whatever, how in contact are you with your heart? Remember yesterday, I did ask you to actually know how to feel with your heart, okay, rather than to think and analyze with our brain, okay, it's time for us to feel with the heart. So if you feel lesser, right, okay, it is normal because full moon definitely have much more impact, okay, because emotions are, in a way, gushing out. Okay, it is like sucked out, okay, by the full moon itself. But normally during new moon itself, right, okay, it's where we have to dive deep in. Normally new moon is all action, starting something, beginning of something. All right?
Yeah, which relates a bit to Ken's question there. What are the difference in purpose between full moon and new moon meditation? So I think that hopefully answers it, right? We're talking about emotions and also people's different experiences because there are two ends of the spectrum here, right? So we had a few people comment that, you know, for example, Mei Chan says, difficult to fall into sleep, very uncomfortable. And then we also have the other perspective, people feeling very tired.
Oh, but you see, if you compare those of you who attended the full moon session and also the new moon, which is last night, okay, like the intention of two sessions are very, very different, okay? So the full moon session, remember I mentioned that it is intended for you to sleep. So I expect even some of you don't wake up after the sessions end so that you all can actually sleep through, okay? So that is one is supposed to actually allow you to sleep, okay, and like heal through, okay, the session itself. Because the deeper that you sleep, okay, the easier or the faster that you can heal your body, all right? But last night sessions is not intended for you to sleep. That's why the first session, okay, the first beginning session of meditation, I in fact wanted you to actually sit up because I do not want you to go to sleep. In fact, there are some feedbacks, okay, after yesterday's session itself, right? They feel energetic. They don't feel sleepy because it's a new moon energy. New moon energy is supposed to be more, I would say it's more aggressive. It's stronger. It's like a new beginning. It's an action needed.
It's okay? Action needed, especially when you go through from the new moon to the next day and so on.
Yeah, it's like imagine that now
forward.
You have to break out from your mother's womb. Okay, so you have to like it's time for you to be born or reborn whatsoever. You need energy. You need to struggle. So once you come out, once you struggle out, right, immediately you don't just come out and sleep. You will scream and yell at the top of your lung. You feel energetic. Then only after that you go to sleep. All right, so it's different. Okay, every full moon and new moon, right, the intention that I curated for the workshop, it will be of different intention. All right, different tools. Even yesterday, right, okay, it's different sound tools that we use comparatively to the previous full moon. Okay, yesterday we introduced, of course, the gong, and this gong is for the first time we brought it up. It's not the moon gong. It is actually the Venus gongs. Okay, so yesterday what you hear is actually the Venus gong playing, and Venus gong is actually relating to the heart chakra as well. So it's all about helping, okay, like the opening of the heart. And also you also hear like, you know, there's a circulating, it's like a vortex of sound at the end. Towards the end of the session itself, that's a pyramid that's happening. Okay, all right. So
yeah, we've got a couple of dream interpretations. Do you want to handle those?
Where is it?
Okay, Jane says, I also keep seeing American politicians and well-dressed people who have black hollow holes for eyes and nose, features distorted. Sounds like a crooked man.
Yeah, okay. So you were saying, okay, you keep seeing as in, this is not dream interpretations, right?
Sorry,
this is actually meditation, right? Okay. So now, meditation, you see, as in, now, Americans or whatever, okay, you see, it's like, of course, here you have like black hollow holes, people dressed who have black hollow holes. Now, obviously, you see the this distinctive difference between white and black. So, of course, it's like, you know, it's not about Americans. I mean, we don't really care whether they are Americans white or British white, okay, or Australian white, okay, but as long as you see Americans Collectively, okay, on the conscious brain or conscious mind, we see this as white, okay? And then of course, you also see well-dressed people who have black hollow holes, okay? And this is actually, of course, represented the black. So in a way that your subconscious comes out to actually tells you about the yin and yang. But why you see is like American politicians. Why specifically politicians? There is power, that's in control. So chances is like, Jane, it could be the yang part of your life now, or your brain. The yang part of your life are more developed, more in control, more in power, whereas the yin part, and all of you who followed my meditation sessions and all these things, you know what the yang represents and what the yin represents, right? Okay, so in a way that it's like the yin part of your life now is where it becomes black with hollow holes. This is something that your subconscious mind is telling you that your life is out of balance. Okay, one part of it is very firmly established. It is power. That's political power in control. Whereas the other part of it is like, you know, it is like hollow holes of the eyes and nose. It's like it's not even fully developed yet. It's almost skeletal. Okay, so this is a part that maybe, Jane, you want to actually pay attention to. It means your life, something is in a way not in balance, okay, between the yang and the yin. And what does it mean? I'm sure all of you attended the workshop. There's no point for me to actually share again what does yang and yin means, or else, right, people will just wait for a Q&A session and they don't have to go into that workshop itself. So those of you attended workshop, when you go back to the replay, you replay and then you know all the distinctive yang and yin representations in your life. All right.
Melissa, yesterday's meditation, I was not able to concentrate as compared to the past few. I felt my mind and heart are disturbed.
All right. So Melissa Lim, okay, now yesterday's is of course is actually in a way focused on the heart. So in you cannot concentrate means the chances could be your brain comes to interrupt. Remember yesterday I keep on mentioning, whenever I want you to try to just be in the zone, right? Think about nothing, visualize nothing, focus on the breath. So, but whenever you feel certain emotions come out, or whenever you feel that you have fleeting thoughts, okay, we focus on our deep exhale, that deep sigh, like, release it out, okay? And that is the purpose to actually, in a way, diminish all this distracting thought. So if Melissa, if doing that also, if you remember to do that deep exhale or the deep sigh, and yet you still cannot concentrate, it means that your mind is too strong. It means your mind keeps coming in and distorting you and stopping you to be in contact with the heart, okay? So probably you just need to practice more on that, okay? And remember, every time that you can't concentrate, just exhale. Focus back on your breath first, okay? Because yesterday's, meditations, there's nothing to focus, nothing to concentrate on. I just want you to be, okay? Right? The only concentration during the guided meditation is how to merge your mind together with your heart. Okay, so if you still find that is a resistant to merge that, it means the brain is too strong. Okay? Yeah.
Michelle Chang, I felt so much itchiness and tingling sensations on my foot and arms during the meditation last night. Quite unusual. That would, to me, it's like action oriented things. Right.
Yeah. Okay, because the foot and arms, okay, are supposed to be actually movement. Right, the body itself, of course, besides like us blinking our eyes and all that, right? Okay, the foot and the arm itself is for us to actually reach out. Okay, we go somewhere or we reach out to something. So if you have a tingling sensations of like, itchiness and all that, okay, then probably you want to actually ask yourself, have you been refraining yourself to reach out? Or have you been refraining yourself in whatsoever ways to progress further or to move forward, okay? Tingling sensation is just like, it's a good thing. Itchiness and tingling sensation is different from pain, right? If pain means that you have been forbidding yourself, means you're stopping yourself from moving. Tingling sensation, it means that it's an urge for you, okay? It's like, hey, okay, it's time for you to actually go, okay? Grab something. So in Chinese, right, okay, where I raised in the temple, right, okay, Chinese, they're very, very particular about this. Every time they say 手痕, now when your palm is itchy,
literally,
it means got wealth.
Or not
Why?
Literal.
Okay, got wealth means, right, okay, it's like when your palm is itchy means that, it's time for you to grab something, 有財啊, okay, it's time either you win something, or you can close a deal, or you can like close a project or close a sales. That's why your palms are like in a way tingling and itchy, okay? So that's the thing, because the energy goes to that part of your body. If you pay attention to it, right, it means that it is reaching out. Something in your life is asking you to, it's time to reach out for that opportunity, for that sales, for that project, or it's a time for you to move forward. All right?
Let's see. Cindy says, I feel some fear emotions when the sound gets stronger. That's quite
it's
a normal
very,
reaction.
very, normal.
Yeah.
In fact, that's what you're supposed. In fact, besides like fear, it could be any other. Some of you can feel like anxiety, some of you can feel frustration. It is normal because that's how the emotions release. All right. So to be very honest, every night after I do it, okay, because when I facilitate the sessions, I cannot be fully immersed in it. So every night you ask Kong Yus, every time after meditation session, no matter how late it is, I will still go back into the whole sessions of that 2 hours. I will listen back to it, and I will also pay attention to the sound to again feel it, because I cannot be actually facilitating something out to you and yet I don't personally feel it. And I was just telling him, even last night also, when I listen back to the whole thing, I can still feel fear. Okay, like fear is really like coming out from our body. So the next time if you come to sessions like that, if you really feel the fear, if it's bearable, allow it. Focus back on your breathing and exhale. But sometimes you just feel that it's just so scary. Just put your palm lightly onto your heart. Okay, just make sure that your heart feels that, don't worry, you're safe. But still let the emotions to come out as much as possible, because that is a part that helps us to release, and that's the whole purpose of the whole meditations sessions as well.
In fact, Lucy was saying that she could not really meditate and she fell asleep instead.
Where was it? Sorry?
Lucy Ng.
Okay,
Right.
you couldn't meditate and you fell asleep, but it's fine, okay? I mean, but of course, you see, for whenever I can allow you to fall asleep, I will allow you to be in a sleeping position, because I know with all this sound, okay, once you get into sleep, a sleeping position or Shavasana pose, right, you will be falling asleep in no time, right? But there are certain sessions where I specifically say you have to sit up. So when you sit up, okay, that's a moment where, okay, you need to actually work on your consciousness and awareness, right? Because you see, when you sleep, you can work on the healing, means subconscious healing, but you cannot actually bring the awareness to yourself. It means you will miss out on all this like emotion purging, okay, all these sensations, the tingling of sensations that you will feel, because these are the things, okay, if interpreted, okay, these are the things will actually give you the awareness of what you need to focus on. All right. So whenever I ask you to lie down and you fall asleep, it's totally fine, because like during sessions that you're not supposed to sleep, I won't ask you to lay down and do the meditations. You need to sit right up. All right.
Okay. Let's go one more for the meditation. Then we take some other types of question. This is AZ Kong.
Sorry,
Right.
Keep going before I forget. Okay, it's like keep going, putting your comments down there. If I really find that, if I can't finish all your questions tonight, okay, probably we'll just have to do another Q&A session next week. Okay, because you see, awareness is very important, right? Because even to you, it might be small little things, okay? But the awareness of it, it can be something, it's like a breakthrough for you in your life, all right? So if you really feel that you have a questions, okay, drop it down, all right? Tonight, when I go through the comments itself, right, okay, I will filter through, especially I see questions that really, I think there's a need to answer it so that everyone can learn. We'll do another Facebook Live and Q&A, and we can answer it.
Yep.
Right?
Okay, in the meantime, right, it's LZ Kong, right? Yesterday during the meditation, besides some emotions, the faces of my family and friends and ex-co-worker kept popping out one by one. What does that mean? Besides that, I really enjoyed the whole process. Yep.
Now, first thing is, of course, you see, when these things popping up, it's like a sign or alertness. But the thing is, you have to be in touch with your emotion. When it pops out, what exactly do you feel? All right, what exactly do you feel? All right, because the feelings itself is going to tell you the answer. Okay, so if you only see these faces, okay, as in like when it pops out itself, it just tells you that, okay, probably these are the people, okay, in your life right now that you still have a unresolved lesson with them. Of course, families, why we are in a way born into this particular family members, okay, why we are connected to them. There are some karmic energy or some karmic loop that we have to learn from these people. All right. So the thing is, of course, whenever even friends and ex-bosses and all that, whenever it pops up, right, okay, it means that it could be some lessons that we have not learned well enough. Okay, what is it? Try to reflect on that. All right. And at the meantime, okay, whatever we are going through now of all the questions, I think my facilitator and my helper at the back there, it will be good also for you to actually adjust the comments, right? So I can face right there and read the comments rather than put down my head here and read here. She is enjoying at the side there.
Okay, let me help her in the meantime, right? So now, let's go to some dream interpretation ones. Stephanie Lai has a good general question. When a person has dreams all the time, do we interpret every dream or only those which are more so-called impactful?
I will say that those who are more impactful, okay, because you see, everyone almost, if you look at even science and all that, right, everyone dreams. It's just a matter whether how much you remembers it, okay, how intense it is so that it makes you to remember. And there are some people who actually totally forgets about it, but that doesn't mean that we are not dreaming. All right, so of course it's like, those who are impactful ones, okay, are the ones that we should be actually paying attention to, the ones that in a way that can move our emotion to a certain level that even after we wake up in full consciousness, we can still feel the after effect. That's the one we have to pay attention. All right.
Yeah, this one is pretty interesting.
Kim Eung was asking, is it normal to feel so drained after 7 hours of sleep after a workshop last night? I never felt so. Yes, it is fully normal, because you see, when the person's body go through a healing process, because whatever we see, we can't see it. So when all these sound immersions, the meditations comes in, right, our bodies, okay, our energy, our cells, our molecules, whatever inside our body, it is healing, it is repairing itself. So when it's repairing itself, right, internally it's working. All right, that's why you feel like dehydrated, you feel thirsty. That's why you have to keep yourself hydrated. And then after that, right, when all these things internally is working, right, okay, we will feel tired. Okay, even though we feel like, we've slept so much, it's natural to feel tired because internally you're healing.
Okay, Lich, I think is Li Chi. I've seen the full name before. If I keep dreaming of the same person since small till now, each year will dream of the person at least twice, but inside the dream is happy feeling. I would like to forget this person, never think of him or miss him, but still want to dream of him every year till now.
It's a let go issues, okay, Li Chi. All right, I mean, it could be a happy feeling. Yes, it could be. Probably you have really happy times, okay, whatsoever, together with this person. I mean, if you think that as long as it is not affecting your reality life, as long in your life itself, in a way you have moved forward, okay, all these dreams with this person whatsoever, it's not in a way hindering you or stopping you from moving forward, then it will be fine. But the thing is, like, okay, let's say if you keep on in a way dreaming about all this person itself, right, okay, and yet in a way in reality life, okay, there are certain aspects of your life, okay, that it is not progressing, either relationship or whatsoever, it is not really progressing. It means that, okay, whatever issues or karmic energy that you have with this particular person itself has not fully resolved. You're still holding back. All right. So again, I see there's no right or wrong. If you feel okay, if you feel comfortable, there's no sufferings or whatsoever created by it in terms of your holding back, then you might just continue on with whatever you are now or wherever you are now. But until one day you feel that something needs to change, all right? This holding on has really stopped you having a reality of joyfulness. Probably your happiness only comes in your dream, but in reality, probably you're not happy, okay? Right? In fact, in reality, when you think about the dream, you can be happy. But after you think about the dreams, you feel like empty or you feel sad. If that's the case, probably it is something that you need to work on. And of course, in terms of Western mythology, they have this what we call is like, cutting the cords, okay? But I practice in a way more Eastern way of healing, okay? So it means Eastern way of healing is like, where it's like karmic clearing, okay? So here, in a way that is like you have to actually like cut the roots, okay, right? When you go to Chinese prayers and all that, they said like, cut the peach blossom root, 斬桃花根 and all that. Is actually in a way to disconnect, okay, with people so that you're not intertwined. Too many complicated things that is keep on intertwining with each other that somehow will stop you from progressing. All right, so these are the things that you can consider working on, all right, in the future.
Okay. Venus Thing says, my 10-year luck pillar just turned this year and will be exactly the same as 2022 Tiger pillar. What does that mean? And then she also has a few nights dream about ocean water and dreams of chanting and water dragons lately. Last night breathing really helped, so there's a lot of water imagery.
Okay, because you see, if you're same pillar, your day master together with like next year, right, okay, it means that whatever that's been explained, okay, during the Grand Centurion Portal workshop, right, okay, those intensity of energy will affect you, of course, on a higher level.
Yeah.
So
hers is on the 10-year luck pillar.
Oh, 10-year luck pillar. I mean, still the same because it's partially, it's like part of you. So in a way, right, okay, it will be even like more important for you to actually make sure that you are very ready before the date comes, before next year comes, right? Make sure that you have to let go of whatever you need to let go, purify your energy as much as possible. So when next year comes itself, right, that's when you really see yourself really accelerating forward.
Correct, yeah. And I think with the water imagery as well, it signals a bit of fear. Right, there's still probably some issues or key parts of your life that probably you're still maybe not confronting, or maybe there's some fear issues that are still lingering there.
All right. So Cindy Louisa Ong says like the salt water diluted very fast, less than 10%. What should I do now? Usually won't face this issue. Cindy, you mean the salt water cure, the yearly salt water cure?
Should be.
Is that correct? Okay. I mean, if it's diluted fast or whatever, just let it be. You don't have, okay, to add any salt or anything. Just let it be. All right. Even up to the extent where you don't see any single granules of salt anymore inside, just leave it. All right. So just don't touch it. Okay. Allow it to dissolve or resolve.
Okay. Ken Ng says, another question, during full moon and new moon period, will our sleep get disturbed, as in more difficult to sleep or sleep less? Definitely yes, and especially during the full moon, plus minus thereabouts. Definitely, because our subconscious is triggered, right, quite vividly, and then we will have these intense dreams that actually make us seem to sleep less or less peaceful sleep.
Yeah, and that also depends on how much junks we have inside us. All right, because if like the heavier our subconscious or the heavier our hearts, means a lot of trapped emotions and all that, okay, that is kept within, right, during this like natural planetary alignments or the stars alignment, right, when the phenomena pulls this emotion out, of course we'll be disturbed. But let's say if we do not have, we are in a way have really honestly, it's like clear, okay, all these emotions. So whatever full moon or new moon also, it will not, okay, somehow like affect us, okay, so much as in disturbing our sleep. Okay, so really it depends on how much junk we have inside.
I used dream my old house, I guess used to, Linda Wong, with my grandparents many times. After some prayers for them, I don't dream anymore. What does that mean?
What is that? Sorry, where is it?
I dream of my old house with my grandparents.
I cannot.
Right here.
Oh.
Linda Wong.
Oh, okay, Linda Wong. I used to dream, okay, my old house with my grandparents many times. Okay, after some prayer for them, I don't dream anymore. Okay, what does it mean? Now, of course, if you do prayers and all these things, in Chinese, we can say is that, the Chinese, they go into manmai, even the grandparents are not around and all these things, then they will ask, okay, so how are they doing, so channeling and all these things. But in terms of metaphysical, okay, it just means that, okay, there are some root cause issues that probably you have not fully resolved yet, okay. Like root cause means like, like anything to do with your ancestors' lineage, okay, from your grandparents to your childhood issues to your parents' issues and all that. What aspect of it or what are the things that you have not fully learned, accepted, embraced, okay, right? Are they like any parts of this particular root lineage that you might have some guilt, you might have some shame, or you might have some fear, okay, or unhappiness with them? These are the urge, okay, that you now goes to revisit. And normally if it's like, your old house with your grandparents, if you are in the house especially, okay, it will be a very like, internal issues. So you have to look down, ask yourself, okay, like if there's any part of the family that once, or at least like when you are young or whatever, you feel you have resentment over, you feel you have like something that's not very satisfactory, all right, that you're unhappy with, anything to do with your, like can be grandparents or your parents or even relating to your childhood time. So try to actually recall incidents like this and try to actually make peace of it, embrace it, okay, and then after that move on from it.
Yeah. Do you want to answer that Kim question? Can see that?
Okay. I also had vomited a lot of wiry white ropes and was pulling pieces of the white wires, okay, from the back of my throat. Okay. While I wondered why was I at a lower path. Is my throat affected for the better? I don't understand, okay, what you mean by wondered at your lower part, but normally if you see or you dream that you have a lot of like, things coming out from your throat itself is a form of expression, okay? So those of you who have my oracle deck, okay, my personal oracle deck, the Awakening Oracle, you also see like one of the cards itself is like where a person is almost choking and a lot of things like really coming out from the throat. So it is a form of expressions or suppressed expression, all right? So yeah, it will be good for you to actually check as in like, have you been truthful to your heart, okay? Or have you filtered your heart out, okay? By following and listening to what is right to say or not according to your mind or your brain, all right? So that would be one of the things that you can actually look into. We take one more final. It's like time flies really, really fast, okay?
Yep.
So it's like probably you choose lah. Put it to him.
Okay.
You choose one question.
Okay, Alice Wong, okay, had a dream 2 days ago. Hi, Alice, right? It was a very weird dream where I saw a snake-like kind of creature in my house flying over to suck our blood. I cut it into pieces and quickly asked my partner to quickly wrap it and throw it away, worrying it will come alive It's so weird. What does that mean?
Okay. We never watch any horror movie lately. All right. Now, first of all, okay, normally snake itself is actually a very ancient sort of like beings that I would say. When it comes to like, you see a lot of religious and other things also, it has a lot of depictions of like snakes, okay? So as I always say, okay, like, you know, the most yang, okay, all right, the most yang you are, you need to also, in order to see the most yang, you need to see the most yin, okay? In order to see the most yin, you need to actually experience the most yang. The same thing, now you see the snake here, also in a way, it comprises of both of these two extremes, all right? So normally a snake itself, it can be a very like a high vibrancy, like a spiritual sort of like a being. At the same time, a lot of people also sees it as in something to come over to bite you at your tail. It means that no people relates it to like pettiness, okay, poisonous, right, petty people, okay, so because it's also part of the 5 poisons, okay. So in a way that probably it's like, you know, and whatever that we attract outside, whatever poisons that we're attracting outside, it actually in a way mirroring something that we have inside. Because it's like if you really come into like all these dream interpretations where spirituality is all relating about. You want to look out the window again? Okay? So, yeah. So it's like whenever it's like, you know, you come to all this like, you know, inner work and all these things, right? Okay? The snake can also means that, okay, internally probably due to like trust issues or due to fear issues that it actually affected a lot of like relationships or harmonious relationship between us and the people around us. So subconsciously, we might be always having this fear, okay, that people are coming back to bite us. Okay, people are coming back to actually get even with us. So it could actually mean that. Of course, if we ask from a Chinese perspective, right, okay, the Chinese 4D Bible, it is 606 when you dream of snake. You see, it's like in the temple last time, everyone would come, oh, I dream of snake, oh, can you give me the number? And then when I was young, I have to open up this book and say, oh, it's like snake, okay, 606, okay? You can buy that number. I'm not encouraging gambling, okay? So don't buy numbers.
Sally Lee has this interesting one. Maybe we can end on this note. What does it tell if husband and wife have the same day master, meaning the whole pillar is the same? So I think this is the whole day pillar.
I mean, in a way, I would just say that the affinity is there for you all to actually understand each other easier, okay? Right? Doesn't mean you have you automatically will understand each other better, but you just understand each other easier, okay? Because in a way, both of you has a chance to have certain similarity because it's only one pillar. All right, so it's like the more pillar we have in similar, the more similarity we have in terms of like characteristics or personality. And human beings, being human beings is, okay, we always like, okay, someone who in a way similar to us, that reflects, okay, who we are, okay, on the external side. So if you have that pillars, means that it's easier for us to actually in a way get to know each other.
Yeah, and also because you're experiencing the same, 10 gods, the 5 elements, as time unfolds, depending on what luck pillar you're personally running through. So it's pretty interesting that way. I find that it's more reflective of something that's like soulmate type of energy, where you actually experience things the same way, but when it comes to, say, this current life as husband and wife, there are also possibly some issues there to understand, because you both encounter the same type of luck. You both need the reverse of the spousal element itself, so that can be a bit challenging, but I guess that's where the challenge is. In terms of
so all challenge is where we actually in a way learn to grow together and like learn from each other.
Correct. So it's tight. It's tighter as friends and people knowing each other, but when it comes to traditional spousal relationship, there could be some interesting challenges there.
All right, I think so it's time for me to actually share with you. Now, those of you who missed the Grand Centurion portal workshop, okay, this is a good news for you. All right, please don't miss it, okay, please, because we have talked to J Group, of course, Jennifer Yap, right? She has no issues at all into like sponsoring, of course, another event at the end of the September, the Grand Centurion portal, okay, workshop. But I really want, now, of course, the workshop is on the 26th of September, okay? 26th September between 2 to 4 via Zoom. Now, here is the QR code for you to download the ebook, okay? So I want all of you, if you're interested, please download the free ebook. Read through it. It's a 30 pages copy. Read through it, understand what is this Grand Centurion portal about, okay? Like, why is it so special? Why is it a once-in-a-lifetime thing? After reading through it, if you feel, okay, that why not you want to attend the workshop, to again, of course, go deeper into it, to understand more, and of course know how you can get yourself prepared, okay, for that particular grand moment next year, okay, then join the workshop. It is also free, all right, because it's fully sponsored by J Group, Jennifer Yap. Please, now this one is like really urged to you, don't miss it, all right, because this is something that, in a way, I mean, if you know it, if you understand it, if you can actually know how to prepare yourself for it, it will definitely change and transform your life for the better. All right. So this is really, it's all free. The book is free. The workshop is free. Okay. So come for this. Okay. Right. Share with your like friends or contacts or even family members. Really, because this workshop can help you. I'm not sure any one of you here have actually attended the previous Sunday one. Tell me, what do you think about this workshop? I mean, of course, when I post about the workshop, there's a lot of comments there. Read through it because I work very hard. That's why I have to stop my Tuesday Facebook Live because I have no time to work on so many information. But this is my priority. So if you really can, I really urge you, join this workshop. It will definitely help you to transform your life if you are working on it. But if you're the type of person, as in like you have this blaming mentality, you think the whole world owes you something, don't join. In case no one can help, right? Because I really couldn't help you. But if you think that you want to put in the effort and you know, or you want to learn how, you want to know why and how, okay, you can actually do it, come for this workshop, download the ebook. Once you have downloaded the ebook, inside there you have a link to join the workshop. Okay, so at least first, download the ebook first. All right, and then also we have upcoming, there's a full moon,
This workshop, it's in English or?
English, yeah.
English,
It
right?
will be an
Okay.
English workshop, okay,
Yes.
on the 26th, okay? And also, of course, right, okay, I'm doing my very best, okay, to pledge on every new moon and full moon, okay, from now onwards, in order to prepare ourselves for next year, that great transformation. I also have the upcoming full moon, which is a mid-autumn full moon, and also, of course, the new moon, which is in early October, okay? Yeah, 21st September is the mid-autumn full moon, and the 5th of October, which is a Tuesday night, is the dark moon, means like a new moon. So here, of course, we have 2 sessions again, right? If you can, okay, do join us, okay, right? It is a meditative sessions, okay? Of course, my meditation session is like the first part of it is all mindfulness, and the second part of it is where we go into a meditative state, all right? Each of these workshops individually are sold at 80 ringgit per workshop, okay? But if you purchase 2 together, you can actually get it at 120 ringgit, all right? So I really hope, okay, if you can try to come for all these like inner work workshops, okay, where it's work on the yin rather than the yang, okay? Means that it actually works on like whatever, like, how to say, blockages we have inside. What is stopping us from moving forward? Okay, I mean, a lot of times we know what we want, okay, it's very clear, but why we can't get it? This is breakthrough sessions where we work on ourselves internally to clear all this heavy energy that is stopping us from moving forward. So if you get 2 of this workshop, now inside this link, either one of them, okay, there is a promotional tab where you can buy 2 together at 120 ringgit. And each of this workshop, okay, when we successfully recorded the session, okay, right, we will also send you the replay. Only if we successfully record the session. But touch wood, so far, all our sessions, okay, have no issue when it comes to recording, okay? So this one is like, I really hope that you can also join, all right?
Yeah.
How feeling? Last weekend workshop was awesome, okay? Thank you so much for your feedback. Thank you so much, all right? Because the Grand Centurion Portal workshop is one thing that I seriously do not want you to miss.
Yeah.
All right, so if you really can, please join that.
There was also a quick question on the replay for the meditation session.
Now, meditation sessions, all replays workshops, at least you have to give us like 2 to 3 working days, okay? Because like, I have a very small team, as I mentioned, okay? It's like my team members, honestly, one hand's like 5 fingers you can calculate all. And out of these 5 fingers you calculate all, right, okay? There are 2 of them, like one of them is uni students that are still very, very actively or busy with her uni work. And then the other one is a minor lah. Okay, the one is like, don't know what's going on, okay? All right, so left with like, very limited people, okay, in the team itself. We work very hard to bring everything to you as best as we could. So please do bear with us. It's like every replay itself, give us at least 2 to 3 days. All right, so thank you so much. Thank you, Ken Eng, okay? All right, yeah. Grand Centurion Workshop. Now, those of you who attended, I will also say, if you can attend the upcoming one, attend the upcoming one. Because if you know my style, okay, whenever I have a new workshop, there will definitely be something different for it.
Yeah.
All right? Because I cannot bear, okay, to actually repeat exactly the same workshop as it is. I mean, there's nothing special about it anymore. All right? So it's like, no, if you are free, please do come and actually join, okay? The second. In fact, every time we have it, come and join. There will definitely be different things. And of course, upcoming next week also, okay, the following week, I have my tarot, your personal blueprint, okay, workshop. This one, I think many of you has already signed up. I'm just sharing it here. I mean, if you feel the calling to tarot, this is where you learn tarot as your personal blueprint. It's like learning like a party chart. It's like a static chart based on your date of birth and time of birth. You have a software to actually print out your chart itself, and you do the reading in terms of the 10 years luck pillar. What is your lessons? What are your strengths? What you have to focus on? What you can do, okay, in order to maximize your potential, all right? That is actually the tarot blueprint. If you want it, now we are selling it at an early bird price. It is 1,288, okay? So scan on the QR code or actually, in a way, click on the link below. Oh, who's sharing the link? Because normally he's the one, okay, helping to share the link. All right, later we will share the link up. All right, so thank you so much to all of you. All right, it's already 10, okay? So yeah, I know if you have any more questions, keep it coming onto the comments, okay? I'll look through it, especially those questions that I really feel that I want to answer it because everyone can learn from it, right? I will actually put it out on next week's, okay? Right? If I have enough questions, then next week I will dedicate it to another question and answer session as well. All right, so thank you so much to all of you.
Thank you.
Right, Ayaka West, you're fast, you sign up for both. Thank you so much, all right? So yeah, all right, so thank you so much to all of you. Hope to see you again, all right? I have a free time this weekend that's really, really good. I've really not have a weekend free time for some time already, okay? So this weekend I'm free. I will see all of you next weekend and also probably next Wednesday live. All right, thank you so much. Bye-bye. Good night.
Thank you.